Right here in South Florida brings the doctor right to you. In tonight's Good Health Report, see why some local doctors are now making house calls. Remember when doctors made house calls? This page from the past is making its way back into today's medicine and right to your front door. Meet Dr. Ramsey Safori, the man behind AM/PM house calls.
The vision is to provide care wherever you are, so we come to you, always within an hour. All weekends and holidays.
Ramsey came up with the concept after paying a house call to singer Frank Sinatra.
I was about to do a house call on Frank Sinatra. He yelled at me, I yelled back at him, and the rest is really AM/PM.
This is AM/PM house calls. How may I help you?
When a patient calls, they speak to a live doctor who analyzes the situation and assigns the proper physician.
While the doctor's en route, he's speaking to the patient as well, getting more information about what's going on with the patient and what needs to be done.
The group employs hundreds of doctors who provide everything from emergency care to routine checkups.
We've delivered babies, we've had dog bites, we've had attempted suicides. There are really a lot of cases that are not run-of-the-mill, but our bread and butter cases are merely primary and urgent care.
Come in.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, good to see you.
You can fish for me?
Claire Morrison of Fort Lauderdale says having a doctor come to her home takes her back to her childhood.
Reminds me of when I was a little girl or growing up, you know, your family doctor.
Morrison has been in a lot of pain, and traveling back and forth to the doctor's office is not an option.
Husband's out of town, and to get there myself would be a bit of a problem.
Why your head?
In the comfort of her own living room, Dr. Safori takes her blood pressure, refills her prescriptions, and listens to her concerns. What Morrison calls a far cry from sitting in a waiting room for hours, only to see a doctor for just a few minutes.
And knowing that they care, they're interested in what happens to you, making you comfortable, making you well. That's the most important thing.
True enough. So, of course, certain procedures do require going to a doctor's office. An average house call will run you about $325. The doctor does say that most insurance companies will cover that cost. For more information on AM/PM house calls, log on to our web channel. Just go to local10.com.